is going on, you guys? Alright, so if you turned in last week and saw my top 5 least favorite cliches, these are my absolute favorite cliches. Let's get right into it. Alright, so you see this cliche in Die Hard with John McClane, Lion King with Timon, Han Solo from Star Wars, Barney from How I Met Your Mother, Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. I just really love the one-liners and the wisecracks that these characters make, because they're more than just a comic relief. They're they're there whether there's even need for a comic relief. They're just there to be funny. I mean, yeah, sure, Timon can be a dick to Pumbaa, and at first he just dismisses what Pumbaa says and says, "Hey," insert whatever Pumbaa just said. Again, it's kind of a dick move, but it's funny. I can't help it. It's funny. With Han Solo, when Leia calls him, "You scruffy looking nerf herder," his response is, "Hey, who you calling scruffy looking?" Just, honestly, these characters crack me up. Alright, so, kind of going off of that, imagine those wisecracking characters, or just positive, upbeat characters, are paired up with a sourpuss. I mean, you see it in Trolls with Poppy and Branch. You see it in The Last of Us with Joel and Ellie. You see it with Batman and frickin' anyone. Like, it's when a character that can't lighten up is paired up with someone who's the polar opposite, and it's the ultimate test of opposites attract, and the results is absolute hilarity. Like, but I will admit, there are a few times when the pessimist has something to say, and it's freaking hilarious. Or like in the first Trolls movie when Poppy is playing Sound of Silence on her guitar, Brad says, "Can I have that for a second?" He takes it, then tosses it into the fire. I mean, like in The Last of Us with Joel and Ellie, the first few episodes that they're like starting to bond, she tells him all these puns that she learned from a book, and he just rolls his eyes, and finally she tells one that actually does make him crack. And seeing a sourpuss like Joel finally crack is kind of my everything. Alright, so a little more on a serious note. This is in the middle because it's just really important to me. Going off of what I just said, Last of Us with Joel and Ellie, because Joel lost his freaking daughter and she died right in front of him. Ellie lost a bunch of friends in front of her, especially, spoiler alert, in season 2, Joel dies. But if you play the Last of Us Part 2 game, yeah, you already know that. In Puss in Boots 2, Puss has these panic attacks because he knows that freaking death is after him. So of course he's gonna have panic attacks. Obviously in the movie Joker, Arthur, I think he has pretty much everything in the book wrong with him. There's no other way to put it. I can definitely see him being bipolar. I can see him have multiple personality disorder. I can see him having cerebral affect. I can't pronounce it, but it's where you can't control yourself and you start bursting out laughing and you can't control it, or burst out crying and you can't control it. I can't pronounce it, but you know what I'm trying to say. And with Batman, it's freaking Batman. His origin story is very well known. His parents got offed right in front of him. So of course he's going to have trauma. It's when a character is meant to bring awareness to mental health. Even if that's not the original intent of the character, it serves that same purpose. Alright, put your pitchforks down. Let me explain. Yeah, this is a cheap cliche, but you can't deny its effectiveness. I mean, Ross and Rachel from Friends, Spider-Man and MJ in frickin' any version, How I Met Your Mother with Ted and Robin, Freddie and Carly from iCarly, Leonard and Penny from The Big Bang Theory, Aang and Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's where two people, usually a man and a woman, they're friends. They're just friends at first. But it's clear as day that the show's hinting that they're going to get together. And when they do get together, it's freaking satisfying. I mean, when Ross and Rachel get together in Friends, that is David Schwimmer's favorite episode. The iCarly episode where Freddie saves Carly's life and they get together briefly. That's the most viewed episode of the show. I mean, and Spider-Man 2, I think most of the people that love it mainly love it because finally, Mary Jane decides to not screw around with Peter's feelings anymore. Finally decides, you know what? Now I know what's going on. Screw this. I'm giving him a chance. I mean, granted, she does have to leave a guy at the altar to do it, but still, it was well worth it to finally see Peter happy, especially in Spider-Man 2, because he gets shit on by everyone in that movie. Seriously, calm down, Sam Raimi. And Peter and MJ in the MCU Spider-Man movies. First of all, Tom Holland and Zendaya, they're freaking engaged. And they're freaking adorable. There's no other way to say it. They're freaking adorable. How I Met Your Mother, I never really got into that show, but I did like the characters Ted and Robin. I'm like, wow, they really need to get together. And then when I saw how the last episode ended, I'm like, wow. But I love this cliche, even though it is a cheap one. You can't deny how effective it is and how satisfying it is. All right, time for my favorite one. I am trying my best to conceal how excited I am about this. Okay, this is where the hero is seen as a zero. This is better known as the zero to hero trope. You see it in Hercules, Aladdin, Mulan. You see it in Patch Adams with the title character. You see it with Renton from Eka 7. It's an anime if you haven't heard of it. You see it in Kingdom Hearts 1 with Sora when he's constantly competing with Riku. And then he finally beats Riku in the end and he earns the right to have the Keyblade. Because he was only in possession of the Keyblade because Riku fell to darkness. But then toward the end, Riku regained ownership of the Kingdom Key, only to lose it to Sora completely. You sort of see it in Roxas in Kingdom Hearts 2 during the prologue, because he's seen as an underdog when he's going up in the struggle tournaments. You see it in Balto. You see it in Balto 2 with Alu. It's where the hero gets kicked down, beaten up, shit on the entire freaking movie, and then finally they rise up. They rise up to the occasion and kick some ass. And they become the hero. Balto outshines Steel, exposes Steel as a liar, brings the medicine back to Gnome, saving Gnome, and everybody respects him. Alu finally finds her place with a wolf pack that she helped save. Patch Adams learns to teaches people to have compassion for their patients. Not get attached to patients, but have compassion. And yes, while the movie is very romanticized and very not faithful to what really happened, I'm not here to talk about that. It's a great movie. It's where a hero that goes through so much shit finally gets a break and gets the well-deserved respect that they've earned, because they deserve it. Why is this my favorite cliche? Because I'm the underdog in real life. 5th grade and 6th grade, I was bullied non-stop. And then 7th grade came along, then all those bullies started to get their comeuppance. People started to find out that I could sing. I sang for them, and my popularity soared. And people still picked on me every now and then, but I had my entourage to defend me. I didn't even need to stand up for myself if I didn't want to, but I did have an entourage to protect me. So I was the underdog, and that's why this is my favorite cliche. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, it's getting really late, and I took a sleep aid, and I'm really struggling to stay awake. So until next time, stay positive and stay awesome, everyone. See ya.